shit.
Real dumb shit. Real dumb
With your
shit.
boy Shunt and your boy Redacted.
Today's show is on the level. This one we call Shame the Devil. Ooh. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Shunt. And your boy Redacted. I thought I'd try and do a new intro. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, bruv. What do you reckon?
Would be in it, man.
Huh? Would you?
Would be.
Alright, cool. So, what, is this an official restart then?
Nah, fuck it.
Alright, cool. Alright, so back with the real dumbness, or the real dumb shit as it were.
Yes, I'm back.
And yeah, we are here and we're going to be chatting about devil related themes as well as temptations in all forms. Which shouldn't be too hard. Eject. Pause. So yeah, in regards to sort of like this week's temptations as it were, I mean like, have you had any sort of like tempting offers?
Tempting what offers?
Yeah. I guess not.
Personal?
Oh, okay, fine. I thought, Redacted don't play, so it's all good. We've reached the limit. Never ask him about temptation, bruv. It's all good. It's all good though. Alright, but you're saying something about white chocolate Snickers, isn't it? I mean, let's just... Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think that'll be the end of you. I think you've got a couple things to worry about in the future.
Nah, like, I didn't... Look. So what happened was... I was up in a certain ends. And...
My ends. I'm just letting you know.
Well, alright, cool.
It's up in my end.
Pause. Yeah, I went in the shop. Saw white chocolate Snickers.
Yep. Common
Never
place.
seen that shit before in my life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Limited edition. Had to have it.
Of course.
Had it. Real good.
Real good.
Real good. Can't find it where I'm from.
Jeez. So what did you do?
I ain't seen that shit.
What did you do?
Ordered a box from Amazon.
That's too far, bruv. That's too far.
It's not too far. It's limited edition.
Fair
what
enough.
do you expect me to do?
Fair enough.
Like, I need it in my life. What am I going to do?
I mean, as I said before, like, I've not even said it before, like, I've got a fetish for, like, peanut butter M&Ms. And if they want to sort of, like, sponsor the show, by all means, contact me via the relevant information. We are on Twitter. That's at Redacted Shunt and at Wylion Mofo and at Real Dumbshit. Yeah, we're looking for a sponsor. So, yeah, holler at us. I reckon white chocolate Snickers will probably be a good look.
Yeah, if they want to take that shit off the limited edition shit.
Definitely, it's just full-blown edition.
Regular, exactly.
Regular edition.
Exactly. Make the other one limited edition, like that can fuck off now. It's all about the white chocolate Snickers.
The standard. Well, this is the thing. It's like when anything goes white chocolate, pause, eject. When anything goes sort of white chocolate or white chocolate themed, it's always a limited edition. And I'm pretty sure it's less of a production process to actually make white chocolate than it is milk chocolate.
No idea. Also, I don't care.
I do.
I just know it tastes great.
It does. I mean, like, apparently it's just cocoa butter. Or cocoa solids. I can't remember what it is. But there's no, like, milk and shit in there. It's just, like, straight up cocoa butter, bruv.
Whatever it is, it tastes all good.
Same, man. I mean, but officially you can't really call it chocolate, white chocolate. It's just that it's from the same bean.
Yeah.
It's all fucked up. But yeah, it tastes better. I don't know why.
Yeah, I had to have it. Box just sitting in my house.
Oh, so it's actually been delivered?
Yeah. I got it from Amazon. It came the next day, bro.
Amazon is the devil, I tell you. Like,
yeah, I know, but like, I have to fucks with them. Like, I don't want to because they're the biggest and evilest of corporations.
Yeah, definitely.
But
boy,
I got Prime.
That's another thing. I've noticed that when I bought Prime, it for some reason it triggered off something in my brain where everything was allowed. Like, I went through a phase where I was buying like, bulk sweets and shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to buy like the cherry cola bottles, those ones. I had a little thing for those for a while. Then I bought like hot tamales and red hots, and then cherry sours and all them sort of mad American sweets. And then I fucked up big time. I got hooked on root beer and Fanta pineapple.
Yeah.
and I was on that for like 10 weeks, bruv.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I forget. Like any other thing, I'll think Amazon. But like for foodstuffs, I always forget they do food. But for some reason, when I saw these white chocolate Snickers, well, after I tasted the white chocolate Snickers, it's like it kicked me in the brain. It's like Amazon straight away.
It's bad.
All
It's
of
bad.
that shit came next day.
I mean, what is the ETA on that? Is next day?
Yeah, pretty sure it came next day. If it didn't come the next day, it came the day after.
Do you reckon that you just went in that whole tunnel vision mode where it's just sort of like, I'm just waiting for this fucking thing to come in?
Nah, not really. Like once I knew it was ordered and I knew it was coming, like I was fine. Like you know, I'm not full blown addicted, but I just know that it's something I need. Yeah, I'm not looking to go mad. I just don't want to not be able to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think me, when I buy stuff off Amazon and stuff like that, or the Devil Corporation, as it were, it tends to be stuff that I wanted but don't necessarily need. So I always buy frivolous bullshit with it. Like, I think
a lot of stuff that you want, but you could have done without if it wasn't so easily.
Basically, if it was in your face, you wouldn't have bought it, but because you've seen it and you're like, you want it. Like, for example, I own a Recollect. Do you know what a Recollect is?
No.
It's pointless, bruv. Basically, it's an open grill that has its own power source. I mean, it's an amazing contraption if you're like doing parties and stuff like that. Because the idea is that you can grill up your meat all out on the top, and then you've got like spaces for your dips, and then it fries up like crepes and all that stuff. It's amazing.
Oh, I have actually seen that. My friend's got one.
But this is another thing. It's like, I didn't see it from a friend's point of view, so I didn't realize how bad and pointless it was.
Yeah.
It was just like, I wanted a George Foreman.
Yeah.
I do barbecue. Yeah, barbecue season, obviously. I love barbecue. And it kind of combined both worlds.
Yeah.
And the convenience of inside rather than outside. Which is more realistic in the British climate, you know what I mean?
I was going to say,
This is it, like, you know, it's like barbecue tasting stuff, but only inside. So it's good. So I got one of those, and also got something stupid like, and it's not stupid actually, because it's now useful. Like, that's another thing that Amazon makes you do. It makes you justify your pointless purchases.
I don't even think about it. Like,
I've got a dehydrator, bruv. You know what a dehydrator does? Dries shit out. I mean, like, the
use it?
Yeah, I used it a couple times.
To dry what?
Well, I mean, like, one thing, like, for example, I just made you a meal, right?
Yeah.
I can cook. Yeah, Shunt can cook. And part of the spices that I used with that was basically I dried out a lemon and a couple peppers.
Yeah.
So basically I used that as a seasoning. And in this day and age, you really need to sort of like, especially because they'd be putting everything in like everything. So like, if you're controlling like your diet or whatever, it's a good way of controlling what you're putting into your body. Because most of the time, like, they just preserve things with like, you know, sugar and salt and aspartame and.
I have a question.
Go.
Since when did you care about that?
Since I started, like, the worst thing about it is that I didn't care that much, but ever since I got the dehydrator, I had to justify it. So it's like, yeah. But I mean, like, I never really, like, with me, like, I've got this weird thing because, like, everyone's like used to say about aspartame. I'm kind of like not so like, you know, on it now, but back. Like, if you used to speak to me like 3 or 4 years ago, this is how I got into the pineapple Fanta thing, which probably got more chemicals in the friggin' normal British drink, whatever. But more or less of the time, a lot of the British drinks, they have aspartame and asphaltene and all this shit. And for when I can hardly pronounce that word, I don't want it in my body, bruv. That's me.
Fair enough.
Like, you know, like, you don't want to see triethylene on, you know, like phelamine and expellaminosis and all that shit on the back of the box, bro. And this is another thing, like, a lot of people don't do it. I mean, obviously, like, you have to be super paranoid to do it, or super smart, or, you know, like, you know, conscious about what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, that's why, like, I'm careful about looking. Like, it's
well,
bad.
yeah, if you don't know, you
It's
don't know.
bad.
I mean, at the moment, like,
I just know that I'll get super paranoid and like anal pause about about all that shit.
Well, the fucked
And
up
it
thing
just
is,
drive me crazy. Like,
well, you got that, yeah.
Send me into a spiral.
Definitely. I mean, at the moment, like, the worst thing in my diet at the moment is, like, I smoke. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck's in those things, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like, if you want to frighten the shit out of people, you put an ingredients list, bruv. that will do you more than any of those pictures or anything else like that. Because me, I mean, if I can see the word, I'll Google it, and if I don't like it, I won't touch it, bruv.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's like now, like in the UK, obviously we've got unbranded boxes and all that stuff. So the glamour's gone, which, you know, it's the need and the purpose.
It's total bullshit.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't really stop people that don't. Like, how can I put it? It takes the glamour out of it. So new smokers are now eliminated, apparently. But now what I see kind of happening is that people just don't care what brand of cigarettes they buy now.
I still care.
Me as well. But there's certain people that would just say, "Oh, just like you," and that's another thing. It's like because it's an unmarked box, you could be smoking something dead like a Pall Mall, accidentally, bruv. You just reach into a box that your friend's got, and it's like it's dead, bruv. It's dead. I mean, like cigarettes will be the death of you, and they are the devil's work. The only reason why I'm using like religious tones in regards to like the devil and all that stuff. I'm not particularly religious, but it's the theme, innit? So bear with us. So devil films. You obviously got Devil,
Yeah.
which is H.M. Shyamalan in the Lift. If you're into that,
HM.
huh?
HM.
Oh, Night Shyamalan. My bad. I'm thinking of something else. I think I was thinking actually of H&M. I don't know why. Don't know why it's weird. It's Henny's. Like, what? Why? But yeah. So, Night Shyamalan. Yeah. In the Lift. Did you like it?
I hated that film. I saw that in the cinema actually, and yeah, I was super disappointed.
Okay. I'm going to say something now that would probably offend you.
You loved it.
No. Even worse than that.
Then I won't be offended.
How the hell did you manage to get disappointed by a Night Shyamalan film?
I don't know. Like,
You know what's going to happen. All of his films are the same.
I don't know.
I mean, I stopped being a fan after, I think, what is it, The Village? I thought, fuck this. That's me. I just thought, fuck this.
I didn't even see that.
Bruv. Happening as well.
I saw that, but I saw that way later. Like, I saw that recently.
Yeah, Plants.
Yeah.
Plants, bruv.
And yeah, and Breeze. Basically Breeze.
Breeze. The wind and plants. That's what you're running from.
Yeah. Yeah, random weird.
I suppose, I mean, the worst thing about it is that the concept it's not scary. It's just the way it was done. It's like you was expecting something more deeper, like the way they were carrying on, you know what I mean? Like they were jumping off buildings and shooting themselves in the faces and all that stuff, and you know, proper going all out. And then you find out, oh, by the way, it's just pollen. It's really bad hay fever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. You can't. There was nowhere for them to go with that.
And you know about. I mean, I'm grateful that he's actually back on form with, like, you know, was it Split, and you know, he's going back to his roots, as it were, because I wouldn't give him any more money if it was me. And
Nah. Well, that's why he done that quite lower budget. What was it?
The Visit.
The one with the kids, and they go to meet their grandparents, and their grandparents are acting all weird.
I can't remember that one, but mind you, I mean, I switch off. It's the moment I hear like Night Shyamalan, I'm like
that's not too bad. It's all right. Like, it's intriguing. Like, it kind of keeps you. For me, anyway. Like watching it, I was kind of wondering what was going on. Like, I guess what's the twist, or
yeah, you're just
like,
waiting for
what
the.
is
How's he gonna ruin it?
No,
That's how I would have been thinking.
Nah, I try and give every film its chance. You know, I try to go in there Like, no baggage.
Yep.
No, like,
Yep.
I don't like this actor or I don't like this director.
Yeah.
Like, the original was shit or the one
Yeah.
before this sequel was shit or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I try and, you know, just watch a film and let it live by its own merit.
Yeah. Try to keep that whole open book sort of philosophy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's difficult because, you know, as human beings, we try and, like, bring order and logic to certain things. So
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, like, for me, like, I know what you're saying there, but with Night Shyamalan films, it's like, you know, when you go into a restaurant and you know for a fact they ain't seasoned their food,
yeah.
and you ask for ketchup
Wait,
or
why
something
would you
straight
know
away,
for a fact?
you just look around at your surroundings, bruv.
Why would you go there?
Well, this is the whole thing about Night Shyamalan films, bruv. Why would you watch it? It sounds harsh, but you know, it's like.
No, but that's different. I feel like that's a different situation. Like, it's a new film. It's a new
Yeah, I mean,
project.
don't get twisted. He's recently got better. He has got better.
Exactly, and how would we find that out if we never gave him a chance?
No, we never gave him a chance. We just didn't realize that it was his film until you saw Bruce Willis at the end and said, "Oh shit!"
I knew. Everyone knew.
I suppose.
It's not like it was After Earth where they tried to hide it.
Oh yeah.
Like, After Earth, no one knew that was his film until you look closely at the poster. I needed to bring out a magnifying glass to find out who directed that piece
Super
of shit.
super fine, bro. But it was a piece of shit.
I fucking used the Hubble telescope to find out who directed that
The
film.
worst thing about it is that Will Smith took the full brunt of that bullet, bro.
No, really?
The whole Smiths,
Nah.
the whole Smiths,
Yeah,
bro.
because they starred in it, they produced it. I'm sure, like, there was some other shit that someone else in their family done on it.
Probably
Like,
Jada, maybe.
I don't know, but they was fully in on that film. Like, the only thing they didn't do is direct that motherfucker.
Do you reckon that's tied into some form of Scientology bullshit? I mean, the whole fear thing felt like indoctrination, bro.
Technically, everything they do is tied into Scientology because they need to pay their dues or whatever it is.
I don't think he's. This is the worst thing about it. I don't think he's like a fully committed celebrity in regards to Scientology. I reckon he did that to resurrect his dead career.
I mean, I don't think he talks about it as much as other people, but like, if you're in, you're in. Like, they got rules, and if he's not abiding by the rules, they kick his ass out, innit?
I don't think it works like that.
You can't be half in Scientology. Like,
it depends what level you are. I mean, like, the only reason why I know so much is I watched that thing,
I don't
innit?
think so, and especially like someone like him, they're gonna want stuff from him.
Not really. I mean, like,
it's pay that money.
He needs to pay the money, but it's not part of a blood cult. This is the worst thing about. Actually, it's kind of weird. Actually, it's kind of weird. But then saying that what the Catholic Church does is even weirder. These motherfuckers are literally like loan sharks.
They're all weird, but Scientology is the weirdest.
I don't know. But mind you, I wouldn't mind being a Mormon. I'll be honest with you.
What are you talking about? You're on a podcast. Of course, you fucking mind being a Mormon.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do this, wouldn't I?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to do this. You wouldn't be able to listen to music. You wouldn't be able to watch films. What the fuck you gonna do?
They're not allowed to do that.
No
Yeah.
technology.
No, you're thinking of Amish.
You know, I am thinking of
Mormons are the ones that are polygamous, or is it? You know, they've got plenty of women and they've got weird like rules of their religion. Like, go ye and multiply and all that madness.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like everything I know about Mormons, I learned from South Park.
But this is another thing as well. That's the only reason why. I mean, like, some of the things are stupid, but
That shit sounds fucked up.
it does.
Yeah, that shit sounds fucked up.
It does.
And also made up.
No. What they actually said in the show, true.
No, yeah, but the religion just seems made up.
A lot of religions are made up. This is the thing, like.
Yeah, but like that more than anything, it seems like
It seems the most outlandish.
Made it up.
But this is the whole thing. Like, my whole thing about religion is that it's a choice
It's like
of
that
whatever
and
reality you want to
Scientology
live
seem
in.
the most spurious.
It's like whatever reality you want to live in. Like, if you want to believe that there's good and there's evil in the world, fair enough. You know, you choose something like Catholicism or Hinduism or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever your balance is, you know what I mean? It's all about spirituality at the end of the day. Me, personally, I don't know. But anyway, back onto some devil shit.
That's some devil shit.
Yeah, not even.
That's some devil shit right there, bro.
Bruh. Not as if I'm saying, you
Devil
know.
have to tell. The devil's real. That's that shit, bro.
I'm not trying to influence anybody's like opinion. That's the thing. Like, I'm not. I mean, like, this is my opinion. You're free to yours, isn't it? So it's weird. Mind you, I mean, like me, it's a case of I was back when I was like growing up and all that stuff. It was like force fed down my throat. Pause. Eject. I went to Catholic school, and yeah. I don't know. I think when you're in a situation and it's like, it's not forced or constraint. It's when you're constantly being told it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You're going to rebel against it, innit? And whereas I was at that sort of pivotive age, rather than like me fully rebelling against it, I would question it because, you know, I'm outside of the loop. And I'm thinking there's very, you know, it's because it's all about rituals at the end of the day. It's all about rituals. It's all about consistency in your life. And it's all about, you know, building a community around you. That's the main aspect of religion that I got, which I kind of liked. But then the one thing that kind of turned me off is that every single time I'm in the church, some plate keeps going round and you have to throw money in. I didn't get that part.
Yeah, needs to fix that church roof.
I don't get it, bro. Like you're putting money into the church roof, and all of a sudden the preacher, and this is like when I went to like Pentecostal ones anyway, the preacher will be like parked up in a Merc or something like that, which I'm pretty sure Jesus didn't buy him. And this is what it is. Well, this is it, of course, yeah. Yeah, I suppose you could say it's God's work. It's a bit peak. But yeah, speaking about religious overtones, next film I would say Devil's Advocate, one of my favourite performances of Al Pacino.
Yeah, I mean...
You just have to forgive Keanu's wooden acting, as per usual.
Keanu's Keanu, man. I don't begrudge him for
yeah, you know what you're getting with Keanu.
Yeah. I don't know, like he's good at playing the characters he plays.
I would agree, but I'll disagree as well.
Can't do both.
It depends on the film. Like, some characters he nails. Yeah. Like John Wick nailed. Neo nailed. Ted nailed.
Bill, whichever one he was.
Bill, Ted. He's Ted. It's the way they stand in it. Bill's on the left, Ted's on the right. It's all through the marketing. It's very smart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Bill and Ted. Blonde guy, dark haired guy. Blonde hair.
Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Happening.
I like it. I like the idea. I saw like the whole interview where it's not been interviews, when they sat down and was talking about it. I'm stoked. Yeah. I think it'll be most excellent.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it's not like another Zoolander, Dumb and Dumber kind of thing.
Nah, it won't be.
I hope not.
I mean, Zoolander 2, the reason why that sucked.
Because Zoolander 1 sucked.
No, it's because like the jokes weren't as. I mean, like, fair enough, one joke begets another and all that stuff when you have a sequel, but the jokes didn't connect with a modern audience at that particular time. Zoolander 1, like, the performance from Will Ferrell in that is excellent. You haven't seen it. See, I mean, you're already criticising. That's crazy, bro. Like, basically, the whole...
It didn't look good. That's what
It didn't look good, but it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. Like, Owen Wilson, Ben Stiller, Will Ferrell... who else is there? Obviously, Will Ferrell's wife. No, not Will Ferrell's wife. Ben Stiller's wife at the time. The one that was in Dodgeball. Can't remember her name. Oh, God. She's in it anyway. And who else?
Who's she in Dodgeball?
She's the accountant. You know, when he's pumping up his hip and then like she vomits in her mouth. So.
Okay, yeah.
And then, well, basically in Zoolander, she has a freeway with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. It's hilarious. And then a couple of monkeys and a midget, and it's not a freeway really. It's kind of like a whole orgy thing. It's weird, but it's fucking hilarious. So you've got that, and then who else is in it? Oh, David Bowie's in it.
You know why that I didn't see that film?
Why?
Because
Tyson Beckford.
It just because what?
Tyson Beckford as well.
No, because like I saw trailers and stuff, and it just looked like Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson being dumb.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, but I just. This is probably going to be weird considering the podcast is called Real Dumb Shit. But, like, that just doesn't push my buttons. Like, dumb people frustrate me.
But bruv, it's gonna happen anyway. Like you got to see some dumb shit whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Wylion.
Yeah, but I can't sit down for 2 hours and watch it.
It's not 2 hours. It's about an hour and a half.
90 minutes. I can't sit down for 90 minutes and just watch dumb shit.
I can, quite easily.
Just,
I do it all the time at work.
You know what? It looked too dumb. Not that it was dumb. It looked too dumb.
Quick question: do you like Dumb and Dumber?
The first one?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know if I'd like it now. I liked it when I saw it at the time.
Okay, so the way I see it is there's two perspectives on the audience, like from the audience anyway. There's the audience member that wants to follow somebody who's smarter than them, and there's the audience member that wants to follow somebody who's inferior to them, so they feel better about themselves. Now, in regards to these films, Dumb and Dumber and Zoolander, they're more of the latter. So
Yeah,
it's
obviously.
so it's like what's the word? Full triumphant is the word. They're those type of films.
Yeah, it is. But I think you can go too dumb. Like
What, in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, like
Never go full retard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they just went like those.
Full retard.
Sometimes they just go too far.
Well, yeah.
And Zoolander looks like they went too far.
No, it's not. It's actually quite funny. I mean, like,
Yeah,
like because it makes fun. It makes fun of
Just
the.
by the simple fact that you said that the second one doesn't work for a modern audience
Yeah.
proves that I can't watch that now. It's too late.
Yeah, don't watch
I can't
Zoolander 2. You can
I can't
watch
the
Zoolander
first
1.
Yeah, but it's going to be the same. Like, it can't work.
No.
for a modern
I
audience.
mean, like, to be fair, it's one of those ones where it's petty from a petty perspective. So it's like, how can I put it? Because obviously Zoolander 1's been out for ages. I can just give you the rundown of the synopsis. So basically,
Spoiler alert.
so Derek Zoolander is the main protagonist. And he is a top model, and he's running things up until the point where Owen Wilson's character, can't remember his name, he comes into the picture. And then they're rivals against each other throughout the majority of the film. And then upon this, a guy called Mutatu, who's played by Will Ferrell, he is hatching a diabolical plot, which involves Derek Zoolander, but unbeknownst to him. So, so Derek Zoolander indirectly sort of gets like hypnotized to, he gets kidnapped and then like he gets hypnotized to Relax, Don't Do It by Frankie's Hollywood. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And his job or his, the main overall plot is sort of like models are assassinating people and they don't know why. And it's part of Mutatu's sort of like plot. And one of the things that is hilarious is basically it's making fun of the fashion industry, but in a way that it's just absolutely ridiculous. So his friend,
That's another reason why I didn't watch it.
so his friends basically get most of his friends die. So part of like the arc where he's sort of like becoming more real, as it were, as like, you know, he's becoming a bit more smarter and aware. I say aware. It's like it's juxtaposed against bullshit. He witnesses his friends have a gasoline fight at a petrol station, and they're using gasoline like it's water, and then one of them stylishly sparks up a cigarette, and obviously the whole thing goes up in flames. And he's like, oh no! And the worst thing about it is that everyone knows gasoline's flammable. Don't play around with it, first and foremost. And two, you sparking that lighter at that time, ridiculous, bro. So it's like one of those ones where you, as a audience watcher, you are morally superior to these characters because you understand the difference between fire and death, sort of thing. Like, you know, or playing around with gasoline and then fire. I don't know, it's a bit weird. But yeah, it's one of those sort of things, and then like it's the humour of the film, basically. But yeah, you got that, and then yeah, it ends up that he gets with this lady, and they settle down, and then the sequel basically picks up where that one left off, kind of thing. And yeah, his son is basically like he goes up for adoption or so, or he's in boarding school or something like that. And Mutatu's revenge is he's getting his son fat. He gives him double portions and stuff like that. Yeah. And then Zoolander goes to the school, like, because he's like been divorced from his wife for XYZ amount of years. And he's there to rescue his son, who doesn't want anything to do with models and fashion and all that stuff. And one of the main sort of things from the film before is that he's got this, like, he's got two looks, Blue Steel and Magnum. And Magnum's sort of like the ultimate pose, and he talks about it throughout the whole film. And it's one of those sort of jokes where it kind of like becomes something at the end. So I mean, like, if you've seen the film, you understand it. But I mean, like, yeah, it's just stupid, bruv. But good stupid. Whereas Dumb and Dumber for me is like one of those ones where it's like, I don't know, it takes a lot of work stupid. So like it's dumb, but it's dumb in a way that it's just, it hurts your head. Like the bit where he licks the pole that's cold. Like, you know, like just in general, anything that's cold tends to sort of like be dangerous. The fact that he says frost, and he tries to lick the frost off. Yeah. And he gets his tongue stuck, and then he's like there, and he's like his mate's trying to pull his head off. It's hilarious because you feel morally superior to those guys. Most of the time, anyway. That's what that sort of humour is anyway. It's more like dark, stupid humour.
Possibly. I just, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll try and watch it, but yeah, that it never looked like it was going to push my buttons.
I suppose. Speaking about pushing buttons, End of Days.
Yeah.
You remember that film, right?
Not really.
Don't you? Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the Devil.
I mean, yeah, I remember that part, but like I don't remember what happens in it.
I mean, pretty much like you.
I think there was a scene with fire.
It's a lot to do with trains. That's all I remember. It's like it's very train underground based. I think they must have got like the set cheap or something. But yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the Devil. So the Devil's trying to do apocalypse and, you know, end of days or, you know, end of the world sort of monarchy. And it's down to Arnold Schwarzenegger, who basically is kind of out of character. He's not sort of like a superior or model superior sort of person within the film. He's quite inferior. He's an alcoholic cop with an attitude. And he doesn't want to save people, and then like he gets dragged into this good versus evil sort of malarkey. Yeah. And yeah, it's good. It's good in some senses, but bad.
I think that should be the next Expendables film.
What?
Expendables versus the Devil.
You reckon?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, didn't they do that with Chuck Norris? White Devil. Joking.
Wasn't he on their side?
Yeah, no. It's completely and unnecessarily racist. Don't worry, I'm gonna edit it out. Oh, bastard. But yeah, you got that, and then yeah, I don't know. I think it will be alright. I think it'll be fine. Like, Expendables versus the Devil or Expendables versus an alien. I reckon they've got to like number 4. They could get weird.
An alien.
Huh?
An alien.
An alien, like Predator or something like that. In fact, the Predator versus the Expendables would be amazing. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Maybe. But which ones would you kill off?
I reckon all win.
They can't all just make
Be like a gang of Predators versus the Expendables, bro. Because obviously they're all good sport, innit? Like in the world of the Predator.
Okay. That'd be the kind of an interesting idea, I guess. Like if you, I mean, I guess they kind of done it with Predators.
Nah, they never. It's still one guy. Well, one Predator.
Nah, there was a bag of them.
Yeah, there's 3 in it. It's a trio thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. But even so, it was a shit experiment, really. Oh, not even an experiment, it's just shit.
I don't know, Predators was alright.
The thing that pissed me off about that film is the fact that, do you reckon that they've got a researcher Predator? The one that basically, you know, highlights all these people's deeds and shit? Huh?
It has to be.
Yeah, where's that guy? I would love to watch a film on that guy.
He's in a lab somewhere, isn't he? He's the tech guy. You never see the tech guy.
Yeah, but it's like everybody's sort of like, I mean, for them to, you know, patch them up with like, you know, the world's most dangerous like things, there has to be a lot of research done. And that guy never gets any shine. From Predators 1, Predators 2, I mean, Predators 2 he fucked up on. Was it Daniel Glover?
Yeah, well, it's not like he wasn't targeted. Like, he just kind of stumbled across what was going on. Like, Predator was just...
Nah, bruv. There's a
wasn't
point.
targeted.
There's a point where the Predator in Predator 2 is hunting down Daniel Glover.
Yeah, because he's on his case. Like, it's not like he came there specifically to go for him. It's not like in Predators where those people were specifically chosen. Like, the other Predator films, they weren't specifically chosen. They just came to Earth and looked for people who was by, isn't it?
I suppose Alien vs Predator kind of explains it better.
Does it?
Yeah, because remember, like...
Alien vs Predator just explains that they come to Earth
and they've got a code of honor.
Use it as a trading ground. It's a bit dumb.
No,
Especially if you watch Predators afterwards and they actually have a training ground.
No, it's just one of their training grounds.
The one they have is way better.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got one guy that's just running around rogue. It's kind of like with Lawrence Fishburne sort of thing.
Yeah, like... Yeah, so... I mean...
I mean, you would assume they do a clean sweep.
Maybe they couldn't find him. They presumed him dead.
No. They kill him at the end, obviously.
Yeah, they do kill him at the end, but like before that, they just, I don't know, maybe they just thought he was dead, so they didn't bother looking.
I just don't like the fact that Adrian Brody was like the winner. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the guy that poisoned people, you know, Eddie Brock.
Nah, that guy was annoying.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He can't escape. His little bitch poison tactics.
And to be fair, he was working. He was killing off people on the sly.
Yeah, when they're like unbeknownst to them, like all stealthy and stuff. So what? Like, yeah, you can kill anyone can kill someone when they're not looking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so weak. I don't have any skills.
Exactly.
Help me.
The
The thing that pissed me off is that the fact that he kind of knew which ones were poisonous despite being on an alien fucking planet.
Yeah, it's a bit dumb.
Yeah, that was kind of
That
dumb.
didn't really make any sense. I mean, yeah, because who's to say those plants play by Earth rules?
Exactly. It could be the case that, you know. I mean, he must have tested it out. And I mean, I think he did. He tested it out on a couple of them. So, yeah, that. But, yeah, it didn't... I mean, like, Predators or Predator or whatever. The new one's meant to be alright. But I reckon, yeah, Predators versus Expendables, they should get that shit together. That'd be hilarious. And well, this is the thing. It's like, when are we going to see Arnie versus a Predator again? That should have happened in the sequel.
Never. I don't think we're ever going to see it. I think he was I think they wanted him for the new Predator, but I don't think they were able to work out anything. So I've
He's just gonna be the crazy guy that gives him the warning, isn't it? That's pretty much him.
probably. I mean, they probably wanted him for that, but he probably wanted a bigger role. And I was like, nah, this is a soft reboot. Like we don't need you for like a main role.
Nah, they should have put him in the main role, bro.
Nah, man, it's too late. No.
Nah, because you've already got the guy that was originally.
We've already seen him
No,
be
the
a
guy
Predator.
that was in it. He played one of the characters. He's directing
We've
it,
seen
right?
him be a Predator. You want to see that again?
Yeah, I could watch
Why?
it all day.
You've seen it already.
Yeah, Predator 1's amazing.
Yeah, exactly, and it exists, so you can still watch it.
Yeah,
you need
but
him to do that again.
Yeah, I mean, like, but you want him to sort of guide the next one for it, maybe.
Nah.
Like he's basically. I can
I want
imagine
to see
it.
someone else figure it out for himself. Far more interesting.
Not really.
Definitely.
No, because if you've got somebody that's got inside knowledge or whatever, the Predator would adapt, obviously, and then that won't be a thing. So it's like then you have a retrospective sort of point of view where the Predator in Predator 1 was actually allowing the guy to actually have a fair chance in the fight. Like the whole infrared thing and all that stuff you could play around with. The fact that they don't actually need that. The only reason why because he damaged the mask.
The reason why you don't need that is because if you're just using a different person, they're gonna have naturally a different approach anyway. So you don't need to see the same approach but not work because the Predator's adapted. You just come at it from a different angle and you just see a whole different movie.
This is it. It's like, but then saying that they done it with Genesis as well, innit? That's what they tried to do with Genesis. Huh?
Genesis.
Yeah, Terminator.
Oh, Genesis.
Oh, my bad. I forgot the I.
Well, you forgot the Y.
The Y, yeah. You know? The Y. Why did you do it? Oh, God, that's
I didn't
horrible.
enjoy that film.
Huh?
I didn't enjoy that film.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a chore, bruv. I did it for Arnie. Pause.
I did it because I wanted to see a good Predator film. I mean,
Terminator.
Terminator.
This is it. I mean, like, it's like if they rebooted Running Man or something like that. I don't know. I mean, like, it'll be nice to have him there. It's like Conan. It'd be nice to have him there. But is he necessary?
Nah. If they reboot Running Man, there's no point for having Arnie in it. It wouldn't make any sense. Either you're just going to give him a role for fan service sake, or that's it. Even like that's the only thing you do. I don't need that. If you're gonna reboot, just don't touch it. Cause
I don't want to see
another
enough.
Total Recall.
Yeah, but that's different. You had Colin Farrell. It's all forms are wrong, bruv.
But
From the beginning, it's like
that's not his fault.
He's
good
it
at
is.
stuff. It's not like he's shit and everything.
Well, every reboot he's done has been shit.
Like
Friday Night. You forgot you done that, didn't you?
2 films.
No, there's another one. I'm pretty sure there's 3. There's 3 films that he's destroyed.
Nope.
You went as in True Detective as well. You fucking ruined that. Shit.
That wasn't his fault.
It was.
He
So
didn't make his shit.
it's just like 3 times unlucky. I mean, like, don't get twisted. I mean, like, Colin Farrell's great in certain films. Like, he was good in Phone Booth. He was good in Bridges. I like that film.
Bruges.
In Bruges.
7 Psychopaths.
The 7 Psychopaths as well was good in. So I mean, like, but it's like they gave him way too. Huh?
Daredevil.
You hate Daredevil, don't even lie, bro. I mean, but Bullseye was one of the characters that was good.
No, he wasn't. He was terrible. He was just as terrible as everyone else. Everyone is equally terrible in that film. The only person that's good in that film, Kevin Smith.
Previously on
Joe
Redacted Rants.
And Joe Pantaniello, whatever his name is.
Pantanello.
Yeah. Joe Pantalones.
Pantalones.
Well, I don't know what his name is. It sounds like pants in Italian.
Pantalone.
Something like that.
Pantalone. It's messed up, bro.
Yeah, it's the one that screwed them over in the Matrix.
Screwed him over.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that plugged in Smith.
No, in the first Matrix.
Screwed him over. And he wasn't Smith.
No.
Who done that?
Joe Pantino, whatever his name is.
Is he the one that ignored the deja vu? The black cat.
I don't know.
Fuck it. Mind you, I mean, like
How
Matrix.
do you not remember?
Huh?
How do you not remember?
Is he the bald-headed guy?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's what you have to say. The bald-headed guy in the Matrix.
His name should be enough.
No, it's not there.
Should be.
It's not.
Or the one that screwed them over should be enough.
I can't remember that key plot point unless you say the ball guy that screwed him over.
Why?
Because then I'll be like, oh yeah, he did, yeah, it's the Matrix phone and stuff.
Boardist.
Huh?
It's boardish.
No, it's not baldish.
It's boardist.
Baldist.
Yeah.
Well, to
'Cause
quote,
you can only recognize him as a villain if you describe that he's bald.
well, to describe it in terms of Samuel Jackson, yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. So is it? Huh?
Bald people.
No. Just
Too late, you said it.
I didn't say all bald people deserve to die, bruv.
Well, just most of them, yeah.
Just the evil
You
ones.
got a bald friend, yeah.
No, it's just it's just the evil ones. The evil ones. The evil ones.
That's what they all say.
Nah, DJ. You know what I mean? I like bald people. I got bare
They
people.
say that too.
No. I can. Like, all jokes aside, it's
I'm
not
not baldist, but
all jokes aside, you know, like it's not your fault that you have a drawback in it. So
it's not a drawback.
yeah, well, no. There's certain people that make the executive decision and say, you know what, no more hair, bruv, and I bile it off, and I respect them people. It's the people that try to hang on, bruv. It's people. Got the comb over from hell and shit like that. Just bile it off, bruv. So no, but I look weird. You look weird now, bruv.
Exactly, you look weird now. How do you think you don't look weird? Like, I saw one of the most heinous comb-overs I will never ever forget.
Bless you.
And he was on a bike as well. Shit was just flapping. Flapping.
Bro, why would you?
It was like a comedy sketch. Like, it didn't even look real.
Yeah. The messed up thing about that is it's like as horrible as this sounds, it sounds like, you know, like them Always adverts where they got women on their period like riding around and stuff like that. There should be one for like guys, you know, like with toupees and shit. Like
no, but like it
glue
would be the
or
opposite because they'll be saying you can't do. These are the things you can't do.
Exactly.
Not like you can do.
No, but
You can go
this
play
is it. Like,
you can go bungee jumping or whatever.
Yeah.
And mountain climbing or all that shit. No, these are the things you can't do. You can't ride a bike. You can't run for the bus. You can't.
Yeah, no, you can't run for the bus at full speed. You can do that weird. You can do that awkward jog thing, you know, like bit where it's sort of like.
I think even that's dicey.
Couple.
That's just, you're gonna get some movement.
I don't know. I mean, like, boy, I don't know. I mean, like, fair enough, it's a body image thing, innit? Like it's the only thing that some men are sensitive about.
Yeah, but dude, like, sort it out. Like, sort it out. Like, get comfortable with yourself. The only way you're gonna get comfortable with yourself is if you just embrace it. Just cut it off.
Go full bald.
Just cut it off. Just go full board.
It's either you go full bald or you go full wig.
Maybe.
No, because it's
like, get comfortable with the cuffs.
What do you mean the cuffs?
You know, where you just have the ring around the side.
No.
No, but if you shave it down to a nice level,
that shouldn't
it's
be
not
allowed.
going to look too bad.
It does.
Yeah, but it's not going to look as bad as a comb over.
It does.
Nah,
it does, bro.
It doesn't look worse.
Friar tucking is not fucking with him.
Friar tuck's a bit different because he grows it too long. Like, if you shave it down and then just like...
Look, go full beard.
Yeah.
It only works if you can actually grow facial hair. If your facial hair, if your facial hair struggle,
that's why I'm glad I can grow a beard, because if I go bald, like, that's gonna save the look.
Yeah, be right.
That's gonna save the look.
It looks manly. Me, I've got like that. I haven't got a full blown like. Actually, I kind of do. I think it's my vanity that's stopping it from happening.
I think so. I think so. I think you can get away with it, but I know dudes that can't, that can't grow beards, like nothing. So
It's pain.
if they go bored,
You're
they might
fucked.
be fucked.
You're fucked, bro. You're gonna have to like spray paint some madness in your face.
Maybe get a tattoo or something.
Get interesting.
Tattoo some 4 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, that's not a bad look. It's just that when you shave though, it'd be peak. 'Cause you wouldn't know how far to go, bro. You wouldn't know how to. It's like...
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, you're not growing a beard anyways. Don't make a difference.
Well, the time that you are, you know, it's still gonna get itchy. You know, like you got like ink on your face. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know. It's gonna be peak, bro. Yeah. So other films with devil in
How
it.
would that work actually? Because when you get a tattoo, you have to shave.
Well, you have to cream it mainly, innit? Like,
Yeah, but like, how are you gonna maintain? And like, how are you gonna shave with a tattoo?
Well, the idea is that you just shave the surface, but if it's in place of your imaginary beard,
Yeah, but you need to take care of that area. Like, you're not gonna you're not taking care of that area if you gotta scrape it with a fucking knife every day or every couple of days.
yeah. I don't know. I think you're fucked either way. Like, if you're tattooing the beard on your face, bro, you're fucked. You know, no sympathy for the devil, as it were. You know what I mean? Like, what's that phrase? Tell the truth, shame the devil. That's it. Yeah, fuck it. Tell the truth, shame the devil, bro. It's peak. It kind of reminds me of the ending of Interview with a Vampire. You ever watched that?
I have.
Tom Cruise, Lestat coming in, introducing himself again in the modern age. So technically, he survived. He didn't die. He's in a swamp or something.
Oh yeah.
But the theme music for that was Rolling Stone's "Sympathy for the Devil," which is my first introduction to that whole concept. You know, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. That one. Yeah. It's a dope tune. Very dope.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about it is unless you you know who. I mean, obviously, like if you're learned, you get it straight away, because it's obviously he's speaking as the devil.
Yeah.
And he's sort of like reiterating some form of like stereotype, and sympathy for the devil is basically, you know, him celebrating the fact that he's fun.
Yeah.
As well as evil. There's elements of that. It's like, I was there with Jesus Christ was in like being crucified, I can't remember. And all the sinners saints, you know, like
Yeah,
so.
the devil doesn't think he's evil.
Devil doesn't know he's evil.
The devil.
It's like, this is another thing as well, it's like the hero doesn't know he's the hero until he becomes the villain.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So you're saying that Adolf Hitler wasn't a hero at some point to the German people? I mean, when he was changing things around,
Yeah, but
like it was like they were.
What you said, like he would have been a hero to the German people, but he wouldn't have known that he's a hero.
No.
Until he
It's,
became the villain.
it's
That's what you said.
No, but it's the hero complex, isn't it? It's like everybody believes they're the hero in their story, isn't it? So it's like, you know, like Adolf Hitler, when he was an art student struggling and, you know, going to these meetings and stuff like that, there's nobody saying, by the way, you're acting like a dick, stop it. Or there might have been somebody who's like, by the way, you're acting like a dick, stop it. Or it's going to be, wow, you're really brave. For when you hear, wow, you're really brave, and you're doing something ridiculous. Like, for example, if somebody...
So he did think he was a hero. So he did think he was a hero.
Yeah, it's his story, isn't it?
That's not what he said.
No, I'm just saying, everybody's the hero until they become the villain.
Alright, but that's not what he said.
I did. I said, I'll rewind this thing. I'll rewind this thing within this thing. I'm going to do an edit right at that point, and it's just going to like cut back to that one bit, and it'll be like, blah, blah, blah. By the way,
Do it,
blah, blah,
because
blah.
that's not what you said.
Straight up, man. Straight up.
Do it, because that's not what you said.
I did, bro.
Yeah, I'm only going to edit it to make it sound like you said that.
Of course. It's media, bro. You can't win.
Yeah, but they know that you did not say that.
No, they don't. They won't. They will never hear this bit. This whole thing here will be redacted. So, yeah, unless they've got like, you know, the the Black Ops special files or something like that of what we're pushing out, they won't know, bruv. Straight up redacted, bruv. It's gonna be peak. I'll pull it in. I'll pull it in. It'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, like in regards to sort of like heroes and all that stuff. I mean, one thing that's interesting as well is actually we haven't even touched on this in the comics. Captain America.
Yes.
Have you read the new line where he's like head of Hydra?
That's over, but no, I have not read it.
Oh, that's meant to be good. Has he been murdered or something like that?
Don't think so.
Was he
No,
brainwashed?
he's alive.
Was he brainwashed or something?
Was he brainwashed? What, in that story?
Yeah.
No, it was
Triple agent.
No, it was
Hydra agent posing as Captain America.
no, it was Captain America, but it was Cosmic Cube. So Cosmic Cube can alter reality. So basically, it just altered his past. So he was always a Hydra agent.
Okay.
I don't know how it got resolved.
That probably Cosmic Cube again, isn't it?
People were pissed.
Yeah, well, they had to. I mean, this is the good thing about
People
comics
were
is
pissed.
like they.
Captain America can't be a Nazi.
Oh God, he could. No, when you look at it like from a logistic point of view,
He's blonde, blue-eyed.
exactly. It's like he's not
That's
the.
exactly what they wanted.
Exactly, it's probably exactly what they created. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way the Americans are gonna have that super serum. Real talk, especially during that war. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Mind you, they did say that because the guy that made the super serum is from Germany. It's used on Red Skull first, and Red Skull's like evil and stuff like that, and it just magnifies the traits of that person. Which now, that being said, now puts into perspective that Tim Roth's character in Incredible Hulk was a good person.
Why?
Because he didn't physically change into a Red Skull.
Yeah, but he turned into an abomination.
Yes, because he had Hulk blood.
But no, because he was a horrible person on the inside.
No, he's a horrible person with gamma radiation and super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he turned into a beast.
Yeah, but originally he was a good person.
No, he wasn't.
It must have been, according to that logic.
He was
Captain America.
greedy. Like, if you're greedy, you can't be a good person.
But in saying that, it's like if Captain America was offered those sort of like traits in the beginning, and he was going up against a threat like the Hulk, he would have done the same thing. Because at that time, it's self-sacrifice.
That wasn't self-sacrifice, though. He saw power and he wanted it.
Yeah.
He didn't see power and want to stop it. He wanted it.
I suppose. Abomination was weird.
I won't say weird.
I mean, he's more of a justifiable character, I suppose, within that structure. You know, he's a guy that just wanted to be able to do his job to the best of his ability. But the more fucked up thing is that
it's the more selfish version of that.
yeah, I suppose. But the fucked up thing is that they haven't used Abomination since, bruv.
Yeah, because they can't make any Hulk films.
They can use Abomination.
Yeah, but it's Hulk thing, isn't
No, but like the Avengers versus Abomination and
yeah, but the Hulk can beat Abomination by himself. You don't need the Avengers.
yeah, normal Hulk, yeah.
Any Hulk.
Nah.
And what do you mean normal Hulk? That's the Hulk you got.
No. We've got beaten up by Thanos in shock.
Yeah,
Ain't gonna
now.
fight anybody. Hulk.
Yeah, now. Yeah, but if alright, yeah. So
That'd be a good Hulk sequel actually.
the Hulk doesn't want to fight Thanos, but if the Abomination came knocking on his door and he'd be like, yeah, round 2, like Hulk would jump out.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that would actually be interesting as well.
What?
That if that was like the one way that they got the Hulk to jump out of his skin.
Yeah, but I don't think they could trick him. It's not like getting Mr. T on a plane.
Oh, it so is.
Nah, it's not.
Incredible Hulk is Mr. T, bruv.
Yeah, but like him being out is not the same as him being unconscious. It's the exact opposite.
I don't know. If Bruce Banner's unconscious, then that means Hulk takes over his body.
No.
In theory.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
No, it's more the other way around. If the Hulk's taking over his body, it's like Banner's unconscious.
That's what I'm saying. So the moment
Yeah,
that...
but it's not necessarily the other way around. Like if you knock out Bruce Banner, he doesn't turn into the Hulk.
I think he does.
No.
You see, if you tranquilize him, it's one thing. But if he gets knocked unconscious, i.e. the physical trauma causes him to be knocked out and he can still breathe, then he turns into the Hulk. I can't remember. I remember seeing it in the comic, but it's different forms of Hulk.
Yeah, maybe they should have tried dropping him out of a plane.
No, I remember they done that in Hulk Ragnarok.
Yeah, and who turned up?
He didn't turn up.
He didn't turn up before he hit the ground, but he turned up after he hit the ground.
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
They should have tried it.
This is it. Like the thing that I'm kind of gutted at is when I first watched or went to watch Avengers, I missed the Hulk beatdown. So,
Yeah.
but when I finally watched it, I was like,
I know, it was quick. Like,
it wasn't really a beatdown.
no, it wasn't a beat. It wasn't a proper beatdown, but he beat him emphatically. Like,
Yeah.
There was not.
It's more bitch slaps than licks, kind of thing.
I mean, you could say that. I wouldn't say that, but you could say that.
He just got bitched up.
He
What's that?
just beat him to the point where he knew that he had no reply.
Or it could get messy. But then saying that, the same sort of thing kind of happened in the Abomination fight. But I think this... No, but this is the thing. It's like with this Bruce Banner, I don't think he realises the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. I don't think that realisation has actually happened. I think he literally thinks that the Hulk's a transformation and that's it. In fact, that's what I reckon it is.
I don't... possibly.
Because, everything else the Hulk's been able to deal with. Like, he was going to get knocked the fuck out by Thor in Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
He would have got fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
It's only because Thor was a badass in that film.
I mean, yes, but it's not like there's no precedence for it. Like you could make the case that he beat him in the first Avengers, which is why he gave him that sucker punch.
Yeah. I suppose. Because I'm thinking back, as you said it, I was thinking, yeah, he kind of fucked him up. But in saying that...
I mean, I wouldn't say he fucked him up, but he won.
Nah, he didn't.
He did.
No, because I reckon it would have been the same, like, we would have seen that God thing a lot sooner. Like, this is the thing, it's like, for when we haven't seen the power, we don't know that, it's a thing. It's the fact that Thor's back was up against the wall, he had his hammer, he had his... he didn't have his hammer when he's fighting against Thor. I mean, not even for Hulk. And he knew he had to draw power from somewhere else. And for when Nomir is usually like his guidance rod, the electricity that's building up in his body is just mad wild. So, I don't know. Potato. That's what I'll say about that.
No, he won.
Yeah, I suppose. But in saying that, Iron Man can keep up with Thor. According to Avengers 1. I'm not saying that, like, now it's probably different.
I mean...
in the comics, he's
like
level. No, in the
It
comics,
looks like that.
in the comics, he's actually level now, like, because he's got God Killer armor or something like that. Odin's son's armor or something like that. Because basically, he's given him like the essence of Asgardian technology or some bullshit. Essence of being a god.
He gets to keep that.
He's still got it. Thor's got to take him off it, bro. He's got to take it off him.
You get to give that back.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can't let him be running around with fucking. I forgot what it's called.
Asgardian.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what I was thinking of, but yeah, like basically, you can't let him be going around with Asgardian armor. It's just too much. It's too much.
Maybe. But I mean, like, in regards to this resolution between the Thanos and Infinity, I'm interested just to see how they resolve
I
it.
think he's gonna get a vibranium armor.
Vibranium. It's possible. Definitely possible.
Siri's probably still alive.
Hmm?
Siri's probably still alive.
Siri.
Black Panther's sister.
Yeah. And if that is the case, then, yeah, we'll definitely get it.
Hook him up.
It's not even hook him up, it's save the universe.
Yeah, hook him up, innit? Still hook him
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I mean, what they done to White Wolf or, Winter Soldier, I thought that was a bitch move, bruv.
Why?
I mean, I'm not stupid. I know that they're all going to be in these sequels. Black Panther 2 has to have a sequel, mainly because of the amount of money it took. Freaking Spider-Man definitely having a sequel. It's one of the highest grossing freaking Marvel films. I am not dumb, bruv. But
It's coming out next year, I'm pretty sure.
in regards to just that whole lineup, it was quite traumatic. You know what I mean? It was like all these people dying and getting murked and all that stuff. It was quite traumatic. I mean, Thanos was the devil. Yeah, keeping it in theme. It's all about theme. But yeah. Speaking of which, another film that has the devil in it that I reckon that you've seen.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, bruv. The Exorcist.
Dude, man, the Exorcist doesn't have the devil in it.
What about this? No one. It's not The Exorcist. It's another. You seen Blair Witch, right?
The devil's not in that film.
Yeah, but she works for the devil.
There's nothing in that film that says that there's any such thing as a devil.
I think it might be the sequel.
Also, there's nothing in that film that says there's any such thing as a devil.
Yeah, I suppose it is quite atheistic-y. If that is the word. I don't think it is.
It's just witchy.
It's just witchy. Or wicked. Or Wiccan.
But those films frustrate me.
What, camera films? Yeah, those
Nah,
frustrate
not
you.
specifically camera films. Just those films where it's like,
The occult.
nah, just like, why are you doing that stuff? Like, what you're doing makes no sense.
Oh, going into the forest with a camera
Yeah,
looking for a witch.
yeah, none of that makes
No,
any sense.
it doesn't. But then saying that, like with Cloverfield, at least Cloverfield 1, not Cloverfield 2, we're not going there.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the first Cloverfield? Basically, it's like they're documenting these aliens invading anyway, so it kind of makes sense.
But I just never seen it.
I think Signs is even worse. Like, yeah, I don't know. What's your...
Science.
What is the worst alien invasion film, according to Redacted?
Oh, fuck hell. Oh. It is. Shit, what's that film called? I can't remember what it's called. But it had, not Faison. What's that dude from Scrubs called?
Which one? The one that's in Clueless?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just call him the one that's in Clueless.
Yeah, he was in it, and this other dude that was in Haven is in it. But yeah, that was shit. That film.
Is it serious or was it a comedy?
Oh, it was serious.
Really?
Seriously shit.
Fair enough.
It's like the best parts of that film happened in the credits. Yeah, so basically, this is alien invasion film.
Is that Battlefield LA?
No. That had Two-Face in it.
Eckhart.
Yeah, that had Aaron Eckhart in it. It wasn't that. This was not good. It was an alien invasion film, and the aliens I can't remember. I think like they had a light, and when you look at the light, you kind of get possessed or something like that. But then I don't know. I think then they were taking people. I don't know. I saw the film like once. I think it was fucking ages ago, so I can't really remember exactly. But basically, at the end of the film, like he starts turning into an alien. No, it was either he turned into an alien or he was reborn as an alien.
You thinking about District 9?
No, it wasn't District 9.
I was thinking
District 9 is not really an alien invasion film.
Yeah, it's an alien refugee film.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Alien Nation.
But like it's yeah, like that's what happens at the end of the film. Like either he becomes an alien or he's reborn as an alien. So like either the aliens were doing something with the humans' bodies and then making up aliens. I think he turned into an alien. But like his girlfriend or wife or something was pregnant.
Okay.
I think, and like something about that made him kind of retain his like human memory or whatever. So like he started in the credits. This is all in the credits.
Oh, yeah.
He starts fighting the aliens with his new like
Alien body.
Yeah, it's like the best parts of the film happens in the fucking credits.
Ridiculous, bro. But to be fair, it's like when they think that they're gonna get a sequel. This is another thing.
Maybe,
that's like,
but then like it's so weird to have like a whole film. I'm sure we've had this conversation before. Like it's difficult to have like a film and then have the sequel be a completely different film. Like so like that would be like an alien invasion film's the first one, and the second one is sort of like a superhero film, which would be totally weird. Like it's
no, not really. I mean, it depends
you're
on
appealing to a
how you've done it.
No, but no matter how it's done, you're appealing to a completely different audience.
Definitely.
Like, and the tone's gonna be different.
It's like Short Circuit 1 versus Short Circuit 2.
No, it's not.
Because Short Circuit 1 is like robot, new world. No, robot that's new to the world, trying to fit in. And then it's robot in big city trying to fit in.
Yeah, but that's still the kind of the same.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's
you've got
still fish out of water trying to fit in.
Yeah, fish out of water.
It's not like a film with two totally different tones being like sequels. Where again, like it appeals to a totally different audience. Like it's hard to come out of like.
I mean, but it also works to film's advantage as well because you've got like Star Wars, obviously the first lot, New Hope, and then you got Emperor Strikes Back.
Yeah,
it's a completely different film.
It's not done.
It is.
It's not. It's
in tone, in an aspect.
Yeah, but the tone is slightly darker, but it's not like a different genre of film.
I suppose it's still a space opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that, anyway.
And you can still relate to the same characters. Like, if your main character is no longer human, but he's turned into like this super alien.
I suppose that's the reason why they didn't come out with a sequel.
There is a sequel.
And is it better?
I haven't seen it yet. It's straight to DVD or like home video or whatever.
Speaking of sequels that go straight to DVD, Starship Troopers, my favourite film.
That's.
I mean,
no
like,
devil in that.
Huh?
There's no devil in that.
Devil's in details, bruv. Work with me. In regards to that, it's like within that film, there's a lot of sort of like.
Would you like to know more?
Yeah, exactly. Would you like to know more? Would you like to know more? And it's like the whole film itself is like a recruitment video for this big war.
Yep.
And it's mad, bruv. It's like these events already happened. Would you like to know more? And in the sequel, dead, bruv. because they didn't have that whole aspect of advertisement.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't like the first one was very kind of slightly tongue in cheek.
No, it's extremely tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
It's just dumb. Like some of the things that they're doing, it's just, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Would you like to know more?
Yeah, I guess. But
Definitely.
yeah, the other ones are a bit more serious in theory.
I don't know. The third one's good. That's the one where they kind of go 3D for the first time.
Isn't that the one where the guy is
He's on the planet or something like that. I think he's on Mars or something.
yeah, but isn't he working for the Bugs? Isn't he like a double agent for the Bugs?
That's the second one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Positive.
I think it's the second one where he flip flops to the bugs. The third one, he gains back control.
What, the same guy?
No. Well, the second one isn't Doogie Howser. It's another guy
No, yeah, I know it's another guy, but
that gets kidnapped by the bugs, and then like he's a double agent. And then the third one, I think it's more about another invasion. Where they're taking a fight to them. I'll say that again, but they're taking a fight to them.
maybe.
Definitely.
Maybe. I don't really. It's been a while since I've seen those films, and I only really like the first one.
Yeah, same man. I mean, like, what's that guy's name?
Rico's Roughnecks.
Yeah, Rico's Roughnecks. So Rico, what is his second name?
Rico.
His second name's Rico. What's his first name?
John.
John Rico. Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
think so.
Rico.
Yeah, I'm sure someone calls him Johnny.
Johnny. Rico. No, it's Rico. It's Rico. It's not Johnny.
Rico's not his first name, is it?
No, but that's how they call him. They call him Rico.
Obviously, because he's in the army. Like,
Yeah, that's how they do.
It's an army thing. They always call people by their last name.
It's his love interest that he hooks up with in the barracks. That calls him Johnny, and then she gets murdered by a bug.
Yeah.
Johnny. Would you like to know more?
It's messed up.
Proper. Buy that for $1.
Denise Richards broke up with him for no reason.
Hmm?
Denise Richards broke up with him for no reason.
No, not for the right reasons, bro. You cheated on her.
What?
You cheated on her.
No, he didn't fuck that other one until she broke up with him.
I suppose. And then she died, so it doesn't matter.
Denise Richards didn't die.
No, the other one. That one died.
Yeah, but she didn't do anything. She loved the guy that didn't love her. Which was fucked.
Yeah. Maybe a good cannon fodder, though. I mean, he got away, didn't he? So, kind of dark. But yeah, fuck it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so, another devil stuff.
Devil stuff. I'll tell you some devil stuff.
Okay, go on.
Pret.
Oh, God. That is the devil at work, isn't it? Pret a Manger has now been bought by Krispy Kreme.
What? The company that owns Krispy Kreme.
Oh, God.
I'm dead, bruv. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm dead. Like,
That's like a hot freaking BLT and a Krispy Kreme donut.
it's already like my lunch of choice.
And then they include elements of Krispy Kreme.
Exactly.
You're fucked, bruv. You're fucked. I mean, personally, I reckon it was just a matter of time anyway.
Oh man, they're gonna be putting that glaze on my sandwich.
Just imagine if they glazed the freaking pesto chicken sandwich.
It's happening, bruv.
I'll so eat it. That's the worst thing. Like, it's gonna give me like all forms of like known diabetes plus 3 new ones, bruv. It's like it's like, damn, this is profound. The type of diabetes that you have, sir, is just astronomical. What have you been doing? Oh, I've been having like 3 pesto chicken, glazed Krispy Kreme crusted donuts. Donuts, yes, donuts. Not a sandwich, donuts. I'll be buying the sandwiches and I'll be getting 2 glazed donuts, putting them on either side, taking bites. That's my lunch. That would kill someone. I'm pretty sure.
Just thinking about it's killing me.
Because that might actually taste good.
Probably.
I mean, it probably was. I mean, Pret, you can't go wrong with Pret.
Yeah, man. Everything's in there. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, like, thinking about it, it's such, like, it's like two opposing forces.
It's not.
It is, man. Pret's supposed to be, like, fresh and good.
It is.
For you.
It is good, fresh and good food. It doesn't change it.
Yes, it does, man, because it's going to have
Crispy
that
creme, have hot...
cream smell all over. The smell is going to make it bad.
Just imagine if, like, this thing that will fuck me up. Like, walking past a Pret and then seeing that Krispy Kreme hot donut friggin' sign outside.
That's going to change the game.
Bruv, I lose my mind.
That's going to change the fucking game.
Completely lose my mind. Like...
Pret's everywhere.
Exactly, it's kryptonite for every black man. I mean, I say black man, I mean white people enjoy Krispy Kreme as well, but that's just too local, bruv.
It's too local.
I mean, if you're thinking like knife and gun crime are killing off black people, you put a Krispy Kreme on every corner, bruv.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme and some chitlins, bruv. Not even chitlins. I know not chitlins. Oh, that's like an American thing. That's a lie. Yeah, but you put a Krispy Kreme on each corner, bruv. We'll kill ourselves. This is it. This I know that the white guys aren't out to really kill us. It's like, you know, thin the herd maybe, but not fully kill us. Because that's all they'll have to do. They'll just put like a liquor store, a bookies, and a Krispy Kreme on every corner, bruv. Everyone's getting it.
Yeah, but they're already
KFC
2/3
as well.
of the way in.
No. They don't ever.
Already 2/3 of the way in.
They don't ever go full, like, you know, nuclear on us. Like, if they wanted to proper
it's
end
happening. You just heard. You just said it yourself.
it. No, because Pret's quite far, bruv. It's quite far.
They're everywhere and they're gaining momentum.
Yeah, I mean, like, but saying that, Camberwell's still safe. I mean, like, Peckham's still safe, and Brixton's fucked, by the way. Like, they got a Pret. They got a frontline Pret with freaking Krispy Kreme.
More Prets.
I don't think you'll see more Pret. I think you'll see more for its sister brands within Pret, like comprehensively. I think.
You're going to see more Prets with inbuilt Krispy Kremes.
Or what's the other company that's underneath them?
I don't know.
I know they've got a couple bad boys on there.
Yeah, probably, because...
Don't they own like the Hortons one?
I don't know. Maybe.
You got that as well.
Maybe. But Hortons is a bit, you know, it's not quite the same. It's not quite as dangerous. It's more of a luxury.
I don't think you can have more of a luxury than Krispy Kreme. Like...
You can. I mean...
You can't.
No, you can, because like...
A hot Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
Bruv, Krispy Kreme tastes like luxury, but it's priced as like, you could just get 24.
No, bruv. Like, you forget the amount of discounts that we used to get, like, because we used to, like, have the card. Remember the card?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's completely different, like, kettle of fish, bruv. The fact that we was there, like, it's a luxury item, bruv. You're just buying those individual donuts.
They're always doing, like, buy 12, get 12 free. Like, that's not the card. That's standard.
Yeah, that's standard.
That's what I'm
standard.
saying.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for me, it's like a hot Krispy Kreme donut.
Bruv, get 12 free. Just listen to that. Get
It's not 12 free.
free.
No, it's not 12 free. It's
It
like
is.
2 dozens. 2 dozens for the price of one. Bruv, they still win, bruv. They still
What's
win.
the difference?
No,
It's
I'm
still
just saying,
free.
like, I'm pretty sure it's like, what, $9.99? Is it $9.99?
Something like that.
It's like £5 each for, like, flour and water and sugar, bruv. That's how much we're paying. They win, bruv. They win all day.
Yeah, they do win because Because it does cost more. Like, they are making profit, but
Even
also,
with the box,
they're still
bruv.
giving it away.
They're not giving it away. The thing I'll tell you one thing about Krispy Kreme, right? Like, this is probably going to change a lot of people's sort of like you know, game plans for Krispy Kreme. If you go in there at the end of the day and they still have donuts in there, they'll give you the donuts. Usually they just throw them away, bro. And I used to, like, just put it this way. I used to work at a certain shop where I wasn't mobile enough. I had to get a gym membership when they opened up Krispy Kreme. Because I used to go there after I finished work, whilst they're finishing work, and they used to man up. It used to be peak, bruv. But then it was a mutual gain, innit? Like, they use my discount, I use, it's just normal employees, sort of like under rules. Obviously, you can get fired, but obviously I ain't working for that company anymore, so I don't give a shit. And neither are those people, so fuck it, whatevs. And even if they are, I'm not reading any names on grass. But yeah, it's like one of those ones where, yeah, bruv, if you ever want to get fat quick, that's the way forward, bruv. Right. Just wait until Krispy Kreme closes, bruv. So, yeah, I just want to get one donut. And they'll be like, oh, really? Yeah, can I get 2 single glazed donuts? Says, I've got like a tray left if you want one. I said, oh, okay. But I've only got like £3. Oh no, woe is me. Oh, it's alright, have them. Oh really? Oh god, oh my. Oh my. It's my lucky day, isn't it? Yeah, it's my lucky day. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. That's the game that we play. The game. But to be fair, I mean, like, another thing that will ruin your life as well is if you had a family member or, worse yet, a spouse that worked in Krispy Kreme. That's dangerous there, bruv. So I'm pretty sure the discount's like 70%. Oh, we're in your life, bruv. I mean, me personally, I'll be buying stuff from stockists. But like, yeah, bruv, I just want to get like a bag of flour, Krispy Kreme flour. I'll make it at home, bro.
I think it works like that.
Nah, I will, bro. You just have to be smart, innit? You have to be smart about it. The worst thing about it is that I'll just misappropriate the use of Krispy Kreme flour. That I'll be battering my chicken in Krispy Kreme, bro. Bruv, it'll be peak. It'll probably peak. It look like KFC, but I have the tenderness of a Krispy Kreme, bruv. I'll die in a week. You'll see me like dead, bro.
I don't want to know.
Chicken, juicy chicken, seasoned to perfection, dripping on a Krispy Kreme base, bro. Obviously, I wouldn't add the sugar. That would just make it weird. Or maybe I will. And glaze it with hot sauce and sugar base. Actually, now, you know what I'll do? I'll see if I can get that sugar that they use. And I'll misappropriate the use of that, bruv. I'll put that. I'll get a kind of deep. Like, I'll get my favorite chocolate bar. Oh boy, Krispy Kreme covered.
Broccoli.
No, not even broccoli, bruv. Peanut butter M&Ms. It's a game changer, right? It's a game changer. Absolute game changer. Nah, you just drain it in the strainer and it'd just be like Krispy Kreme, like glazed, like M&Ms.
You'll be crushing that up and snorting it within a week.
Of course. that is fat crack, bruv. Fat crack. As I said before, every form of diabetes plus like new ones. It'd be new ones, bruv. Misappropriation of their direction, bruv. Their direction is just sort of like to glaze donuts that are tender and crisp. Me, everything's getting it. Everything. I don't know, I mean, like, personally, I think, yeah, like, if you're gonna go all in, innit?
Yeah. No.
What do you mean?
Maybe.
Nah, I mean, like, but, like, if you had the recipe, say if it with the KFC thing, like, I know there's plenty of people that would, like, use their 11 herbs and spices on, something stupid like a pork steak or a beef steak or something like that.
Yeah.
Shit that's not meant to be on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, basically this is KFF. What's that? Kentucky Fried Fish. It's just like shit's all fucked up and you got like bones and it's just weird and shit. I mean, it tastes good. It'll always taste good, but KFF, it's not good, bruv. It's not a good look.
What was KFF?
What the hell is KFF? You know what I mean? Kentucky Fried Fish. It's like that's the whole reason why all these other chicken shops exist. And it's like the worst one I've actually been in was it was sort of like a chicken burger, as you would imagine, but it's a grilled chicken burger, which wasn't at KFC at the time. I mean, now they kind of like dibble and dabble, but you know, it's like mainly fried chicken. And one of the main things that was different about this burger is they went straight up with the burger sauce. Because obviously, like, you know, burger sauce, I mean, I know how it is down south. If you do not have burger sauce in your chicken shop, we will walk the fuck out. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me of something else as well. Morley's, South London's finest, they are now doing peri peri salt on their chips.
Salt.
Yeah, I'll say that again. Peri peri salt on their chips.
What the fuck?
Game changer, bruv.
Why?
Why not?
I just...
I mean, it tastes good as well. And the worst thing about it is that I threw it, because obviously usually you do the bullshit where you have your salt and your pepper, you flick it both, done, right? Done, right? Peri peri salt takes it to the next level. Because even that I was misappropriating, bruv. Misappropriating the it's like, yeah, I'm just going to sneak some in the mayonnaise, just going to, like, you know, put it on the chicken. Chicken's already got bare salt in it, bruv. It's like covered in Morley's, like, you know, tender crisp / you know, like bubble type seasoning. Yeah. And then it's mixing up with the mayonnaise. That's now pushing the salt content in through the roof. Yeah, man. But it tasted so good. So good. Lettuce tasted like chili sauce, bruv. Didn't make no damn sense. But yeah, I mean, peri peri salt, like in most restaurants. So yeah, it's good. It's good. What other ways? There's a couple ways that you can tempt yourself, obviously. But yeah, one thing I will say is that the urge for a smoke and a pancake is now overwhelming my will to speak. So this is another episode.
Like that.
What do you mean? Okay, we can take a break. They won't know about this. It's all good. I need a cigarette. That's what I'm done. I've been speaking for like an hour and a half.
You can't stop. You can't stop.
I have to stop, bruv.
You can't stop mid-pod, man.
What do you mean mid-pod? It's not mid-pod.
It is mid-pod.
It's like latter pod, bruv.
Whatever, man. Anywhere that's not the end is mid-pod.
So it's not the end now. It's not.
I know, but if it's the end, like, wrap it up properly. You can't be like, yeah, I'm going for a smoke, so fuck you, like.
I want to leave that in, but I know I have to take it out. I'm pretty sure there's like rules against smoking.
No, there isn't.
You sure?
Yeah.
You can't smoke. You can't smoke in a YouTube video.
Well, we're not smoking in the YouTube video.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's a case of me leaving and then going for a cigarette.
Yeah, but so.
It's fine. It's just like it's the temperature at the moment. I've got like both windows
I
open.
understand, but like if you're gonna wrap it up properly. Like if you're gonna come back, you can't do that. Like there's rules. It's on the wall in the studio. Like no stopping mid pod and coming back and breaking up the conversation.
Bruv, we're in Bradley's bedroom. We're not like
we're in the studio, the Wylion studio.
Wylion studio. I feel sorry for that guy. It's like, bruv, like, can't you like invest in like some form of aircon or something like that? This is just
Definitely have to cut it out now. You broke kayfabe.
What do you mean kayfabe? What do you mean?
He's like, yeah, we're in Bradley's bedroom.
They don't know. I mean, like, they kind of know who Bradley is, but you know.
Yeah, but we're in the plush Wylion studios, kicking back, sipping.
I'm not saying that his room isn't plush. That'd be just insulting, bruv. I'm just saying, you know. You know, let's keep shit real. Like, you know, there's like one computer, bruv. So it's like it's peak. Like, I'm pretty sure when you go to a studio, it's like one computer for them, one for computer for you, computer for the guests. You know, like it's all
Guests
good.
don't need a computer.
I know, but they still give you one. They give you walk around a laptop sometimes. Like it's like, yeah, this is Mac-Top Air. Basically, what you want to do is that you want to connect to our server, and once you connect to our server, you can go on all your internet accounts. And then you walk around like a lemming, bro. I mean, like I've only been to like 3 studios recently, but yeah, I was just walking around pointlessly with like a laptop that I don't own, like it's mine, and it made me feel kind of weird, bro. I was like,
Did you need it?
no, absolutely not. But I paid £50 deposit on it.
What? That makes no sense.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Mac, bruv. It was like a PC thing.
Yeah, but still makes no sense. Like, why are you gonna force a laptop on me and then task me to pay a deposit?
No, it's a deposit, so I got the money back.
That's
But,
not the point. It's the principle. If something's supposed to, someone ran into you and you dropped it and you don't get your deposit back, like you made me take this. I didn't ask for a laptop. I don't need a laptop.
well, this is it. But then they're still at a loss because I'm like, motherfucker, that's £50. Like, I ain't gonna pay for a new one. That's like terrible stuff. But yeah, obviously, never ever fuck around before you pay. Thankfully, I didn't break it, but yeah, it's all good. Speaking about breaking character and breaking bad, as it were, this was a great episode of Wylon's Real Dumb Shit. My name is Shunt, he is Redacted, and we are now retiring for the evening.
Peace out.
Peace out.